Some of you may be self-growth skeptics, or some of you may be success cynics. And what I would say is that I am a product of this kind of environment. That 20 years ago, when I became a mom and adopted 2 amazing toddlers from foster care, I didn't have any view of business. I didn't have any view of success. I didn't have any view of passion or ideas. I simply knew that I told the judge I do, as long as we all shall live. And those kids needed me. And I needed to leave what I was doing, but I needed to make some money. Can I get an amen? Anybody else just need to sometimes make some money? And so I entered a world of self-growth. I listened, and I read, and I showed up. Don't sell yourself on the excuse that I can't afford a mentor. I can't afford a high-ticket coaching program. I can't. Stop it. Those are excuses. And one of my other mentors, Aseneth Brock, said to me, excuses are lies that nobody believes except for you. She said it, not me. I'm not that harsh. I'm a little harsh, not that harsh. Listen. I listened to and learned from people that I've shared the stage with today. And to be in a space of being able to say to you, dreams happen. Success happens. So if you want to take a picture of what success looks like, yes, there have been successful people on this stage, but I'm going to tell you, look left. You know I can see you, right? Like move your head. Look left. Look right. Get out your mirror or your cell phone, the mirror app, and look at yourself. Because you are successful, and yet there is so much more successful in you. And those of you that have heard me speak before, you're a little bit in la-la land because you're like, oh, she normally starts with a whole lot of humor, and she's already crying. And I can't help it because what I believe is that gratitude is kind of the catalyst to everything else that we do. And also those of you that have heard me speak know that I changed my notes right before I came out on stage, and I probably wasn't even planning on saying this, but I have to say first and foremost that we have to give gratitude to the Creator who created us and planted in us this mystery, this brilliance, this drive, this endless want and need and craving for more of whatever that looks like. What I believe with every fiber of my being is that success is in the eye of the beholder. Do you hear me? It's not about a number. It's not about a size. It's not about a stage. It's about what that looks like for you. So you have to know in your core, what does that mean for you? Mine's gonna look different than his and hers. I've got 4 kids. Most of you are not insane enough to do 4 kids. So my definition of success some days is shower. Right? Your definition of success might be to pay the bills without tears. If you deal with chronic pain and chronic fatigue, your definition of success might be energy until noon. So please hear me when I say, you've got to stop letting other people deter your success and determine what success looks like. And then let me also say it this way. If you have a spouse or a partner or a parent in your house or children in your house, those are your shareholders. You are not an island. Stop trying to do this by yourself. And stop shutting them out and then complaining because they're not supportive. Your definition of success needs to be with your shareholders. And if you think you don't have a supportive spouse, ask them what some of their goals are for y'all. Oh, I did mention Texas, right? Y'all is like singular. All y'all is many of you. Are we good? Are we on the same page? Okay. I was fixing to tell you that earlier, and I forgot because I went over yonder, and then it just lost me. You have to decide as a unit. because you will have frustration and futility if you try to go it alone. Your shareholders will be supportive when you're on the same page. Futility comes from chasing everybody else's view of success. Would you agree? So stop that. If you know it's not working, stop it. What are your core values? What is the premium resource your family wants, needs, longs for, desires together? Is what you want fame, fortune, bills paid? You know, guys, $500 can change most families' lives. Did you know, I believe Jennifer Pickett, who's here in this room, told me recently that the majority of Americans, I believe the statistic was 87%, could not cover a $400 emergency without a credit card right now. Say wow. Y'all are like, I'm not gonna say wow, because that's me. So when we're looking at a definition of success, maybe look at stability instead of wealth. Maybe wealth is instability. Maybe wealth isn't having the $1,000 emergency fund. But listen, people say to me, Carrie, how do I have work-life balance? How do I pursue these massive goals and have balance? How do I not sacrifice this to get this? And I'm gonna tell you, balance is a myth. Balance is stressful and it's a myth. And because success and the definition of success is different for everyone, so is balance. Balance at my house with my 4 is different than balance at somebody else's house with 4 under 4, or for an empty nester, or for somebody who has a full-time job and a side hustle. Balance at my house looks different. My husband travels a lot on business. I have 2 adult children and 2 young children, and I also speak and travel some. Balance for us looks different, but that's why you have to know the core values, because then you can decide what rocks are going in the jar in the first place. The important stuff goes first, and it matters. So balance is in the eye of the beholder. Point number 1, balance is in the eye of the beholder. What does that look like for us? And here's a tip, moms and dads. It doesn't mean reacting to every single need and perceived urgency of the children. Stop your life revolving around them. It's a life lesson. They need to sometimes wait. They need to sometimes get a 0 on the homework that they didn't take to school. It's okay if you're working on your goals while they're learning some life lessons. Number 1, balance is in the eye of the beholder. Number 2, be present. Where you are, be there. If you're working, stop thinking I should be with the kids. If you're with the kids, quit thinking I should be working. If you're with your spouse, quit thinking we should be with the kids. You get what I'm saying. Plan your time so that you can be present and fully engaged. Put your technology down. I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you. And I had to say that, otherwise my kids are gonna call me out on that later. So you guys saw what mom just did there. I get it. It's a struggle. It's a juggle. It's ego if you think people cannot wait on a response until you have had dinner with your family. Stop it. Your ego is not serving you well. Balance is in the eye of the beholder. Be present and engaged. The way you can be present and engaged, even though you have 1,000 things on your to-do list, is batching and blocking. Work stuff that goes together at different times of the day. Stop answering email all day long. Set a time for it. Set an appointment for email. Get in, get out, get on with your life. Stop waiting for something exciting to happen in email so that you can justify putting off the things that you really need to be doing. We love social media. Go post and get off. Did you know you can log out of Facebook? It's a thing. Same with Twitter, same with Instagram. Did you know you can even take them off your phone? And other than the shakes that you'll have for a few days, you really will have no negative side effects. Batching and blocking. If you shoot videos, shoot all your videos at once. Bonus, get cute one time, wear yoga pants the next day. Batching and blocking. Do things that make sense. Here's an attention studies show that it takes us 20 minutes to get refocused after we're distracted. So you're working on an article or a video or a response to someone, and then all of a sudden you say, I'm gonna go check, it's a contraction in the South, IMMA, no apostrophe. I'm gonna go check real quick and see if anybody responded to that really funny thing that I posted earlier. And you go over here, and before you know it, it takes you 20 minutes. That's not counting the 40 minutes you got sucked into watching those like heart-wrenching audition tapes from American Idol where Simon was so ugly to that person. That doesn't even count that time. It counts the time it takes you to re-engage. Batching and blocking, it works. And then be confident that your efforts will add up to success. Guys, I want you to all get out your cameras. Get out your cameras. I know you have them. Get out your phones. Get out your cameras. Now all of a sudden everybody's putting their technology away. Get out your cameras. And I want you to take a picture of success. You can take a picture of the logo. Where's all the logos? There's logos. Can we get some logos up on the screen? Let there be logos. And then I want you, look at that. And it worked. I want you to take a picture of success. And then I want you to flip your camera around and take a picture of you. And then today, I want you to take some time, define what that looks like. Wave the magic wand. What does my time look like? What does my bank account look like? What do my credit card balances not look like? What does my family look like? How do I feel? I want you to just define success for you. I so love being here with you guys. Today has been like being in church, being grateful, being in an amazing space, being able to honor our gifts and honor these talents and these opportunities. And I'm so thrilled, so grateful to share it with you. Please go be successful.